Hi, hello, welcome back to the show. Um, I don't know what to do today. Just straight up, I just don't know what to do today. My pigtails are looking hella jank. Didn't realize how messy they looked. Oh, that's a bit more even, right? I look like a dog. Um, I straight up don't know what to do today. I had a couple of ideas, but a bunch of things have thrown me for a loop. I tried to call the job centre today, didn't get through. I'll throw a clip in here of that. I don't know what sound this is. I'm trying to get a hold of the job centre, but like, the fuck kind of sound is this? This isn't a ringtone. This is a, like, the line is busy tone. Are they just gonna drop me off? Please don't drop me off. I've been here for so long. Y'all enjoying this, by the way? Me looking disheveled as hell. I need to shave the back of my head. And they dropped me. From earlier today. My ex, which is my first boyfriend that I ever had and who broke up with me over a tattoo, he found my videos and commented on them, and I've never mentioned him by name on this channel. I've always called him Derek, but he kind of outed himself, so I don't even know if I need to keep being the bigger person about that. And I am so desperately trying to write one of my assignments, but I constantly feel like I'm messing it up. Like, I constantly just, like, in the back of my brain, you're not doing this right, you're doing this wrong, there's no way that this is the correct way of doing this. I think I have to kind of break down and admit that I am more extroverted than I give myself credit for. As I've said before, isolation is something that I've essentially experienced for like 20 years of my life, because I was such a sheltered human being before leaving religion and coming into my own, moving to this place. So this is a very harrowing experience for me, and I understand that there are people out there who are currently in the position that I was in, stuck at home with people that they probably don't want to be stuck at home with all day, and they just need to escape for a little bit, and I want to be a person that provides that escape, and I don't want to be the Debbie Downer over here. I just want to make you guys laugh a little. And I'm just like trying to do anything. The only thing that I've succeeded, that I am not defeated by, is making some food and eating it today. Like, I'm having one of those days. Like, I didn't even change my clothes from yesterday. I'm still wearing the same clothes that I was wearing yesterday. And that's kind of why I've been wearing a lot of makeup lately as well, because it makes me want to do stuff. It's kind of weird me saying that, but putting like a little bit of makeup just makes me feel like I'm getting ready for the day, you know? It's a routine. I'm just a little tired today, and I wanted to express that, I don't know, it kind of sucks. Like, it kind of sucks. And I'm not going to sit here, like I said, I'm not one for forcing positivity. I think that if you feel negative, you should be allowed to feel negative. And today I'm just feeling defeated by everything, from the stress of the whole week, with the arguments back and forth with my employer, the several calls that I've made to the government, the job centre, really. And it's just been, I don't know, and then like me trying to write this essay that I just constantly feel like an idiot for. Like, like every word I'm like, oh, that sounds dumb, oh, that sounds stupid, there's no way you're gonna pass this degree. Like, it's just constantly in the back of here. Like, I can't, like, I finished maybe like a third of it, if that, and I've just like put it on the floor, and I'm like, you know what, I'll deal with it later. I still have a couple more days to do this. But yeah, I'm feeling super defeated. Everything everything seems less fun. That's not really saying much, but everything really does seem less fun, and like, I don't know. I don't think I'm alone in feeling this way. I think a lot of people are feeling this way. And if you are feeling this way, I feel like you should be allowed to express it. Like, it makes sense. And if you just wanted to come here and hang out and laugh at some stuff, sorry. Like, you can watch the rest of my videos that I've uploaded in isolation. They're pretty good. But as of here and now, one sec.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes.
I decided I can't just post a downer video. And I decided to change my microphone because, for those of you who don't know, this is my comedy microphone, and I'm going to be constantly doing this because I don't know how to use it. But I wanted to tell a funny story. Now, I know I just did a video like this where I called up my friend Saf and I told her a funny story about the time one of my coworkers didn't know what a Muslim bidet was. Lota or Bodna, for those of my Asian friends out there. But I wanted to tell you guys a story of the time I twisted my ankle. Now, on the face of it, that does not sound like a funny story. And I understand that twisting your ankle is a very painful ordeal, but I did not treat it like that because I think from some of my live streams, some of you may be aware that I'm kind of an animal. Like, I don't know how to react to situations like normal people do. Also, I don't know how to care for myself very well. I don't know if that's apparent or not from any of my videos. But I want to set the scene. I want you to just like get comfortable, get your blankets, and just, make yourselves a little comfortable while I tell this really dumb, stupid story so we can hang out for a little bit longer than 6 minutes of sadness with Faye. Okay? I was a young Muslim girl who twisted my ankle on some ice. Now, back then, I was still living with my family. I had a curfew, so I was out of my father's house, but I was living with a family member, or a few family members, and I had a curfew. My curfew was 9 p.m. And I was at my friend's house after work because I always used to go to Alicia's house, and Alicia lives like a street across from where my family lives, where I was staying. So it's like 10 to 9, I'm like, shit, fuck, I gotta go. And I leave, and like a couple of steps outside her house, I slip on ice and I break my, not break, I twist my ankle. And because I'm dumb, like really dumb, I didn't know that I'd twisted my ankle. I just thought, oh, I've slipped on some ice, I'll walk it off, it's fine, right? And also, like, in the back of my brain, I'm trying to, and I'm so desperately trying to make it for my curfew, because I know if I don't make it for curfew, I won't be, like, severely punished, but I need to maintain the semblance of trust with my family, like I need to get there on time. So I get up, I'm like, oh my god, my leg hurts so bad, but I need to get home, right? So I'm going, and I'm like limping. I'm limping as though I've been shot in the leg. Like, it's so bad that people are walking towards me and crossing the road and running away. Like, they don't know what's happened to me. They don't know what's going on with me. I don't know if they thought like I was a zombie, if I'd gotten in a fight and someone was chasing me, because I was limping along like I was in pain, but also like I was running away from something. I'm like, in hindsight, that's what it must have looked like. So people are like seeing me, stopping dead in their tracks, then crossing the road and running home. Like, they're just running. And this is like an empty street, like a long Roman road. I'm just like limping. It goes on forever, that road, by the way. Alicia lives on that road. It goes on forever. It's like a 10-minute walk from whatever station, but it or bus stop, but it feels like a half an hour walk. It's not that long, but it feels like that. So I'm like running down this road because it already feels too long and I'm in pain, and I'm walking and limping along. At one point, I remember I stopped in the middle of it. Like, I stopped right in the middle of the street, and I like held a lamppost for dear life. I'm standing there and I'm like gonna pass out, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a 5-second break. It's just no time at all, right? It's 5-second break. I'm gonna regain my brain, and then I'm gonna continue going. And at this point, I still like it still hasn't clicked with me that I've quite seriously injured myself. I keep walking. I keep not walking, I keep limping home, and I get there, I open the door, I like get in my bed, I cover myself in blankets, not because I'm cold, because I'm in shock, and again, hindsight is 2020, but I didn't know that that's what I was experiencing. I just thought, oh, it's just really cold in here and I'm gonna wrap myself in a blanket. My entire leg, like, because I'm not moving it now, is completely numb. And my family come back home because they had some kind of club or something that like the kids go to. They went to like some martial art class, and they come back and my cousin looks at me and she's like,
"Are you okay? Like, did something happen to you?"
And I was like, yeah, can you get me some ice? And she was like, why? What happened? And I was like, I hurt my leg. I don't know what happened exactly, but I slipped on some ice and it really, really hurts. And my aunt comes up, she gives me a bag of ice and she was like, yeah, just keep it elevated, like don't do anything, don't put any pressure on it, like don't do anything with it, you just need to let it recover. And I'm like, I give her this reaction exactly. I'll be over it by tomorrow. And she looks at me and she laughs. Like, she's like, you're an idiot. I wake up the next morning, I like get out of bed screaming in pain. Get ready for work. My aunt walks in and she's like,
get back in bed, you are not ready for work.
And I'm like, it's just a twisted ankle. She was like, no. You need to wrap that in like a cloth. You need to get some like muscle relaxant cream. Like you need ibuprofen cream. You need to take a buttload of painkillers, and you need to stay in bed and keep that leg elevated. Like we can take you to the GP. I'm like, this doesn't need a GP. I was already refusing to go because I was like, this is nothing. I then, like, my uncle gave me a crutch. He was like, well, if you're not going to go to the GP and continue being a moron, you can have this crutch to walk around on and, you know, just to keep your leg up. And I was like, oh, okay, And then, like, I continued just, like, trying to walk on my clearly injured foot. And I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to use the crutch. And I must have spent maybe a week or 2 weeks, like, bum shuffling upstairs like a child. And I was having the most fun. And I cannot tell you the expression of all of my friends when I told them this story of me having fun while my leg is in severe pain. Like, they were like,
how could you possibly have fun with that?
And I was like, it was almost as if I was a child again and I was learning how to not have a leg. Like, I was learning to have a leg that's attached to my arm, which was the crutch, and learn to like cope without a leg. Like, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, like I'm doing all my normal activities but in a completely different way, and it's fun. And I don't know why it's fun. Like, what does that say about me, that me twisting my ankle and having fun? Like, what does that say about me? And then after my ankle healed a little and I could go, like I could walk short distances, albeit still in pain, I would like go out and I'd be walking super slow. And as a city girl, I've lived in a city for almost all of my life, I just could not stand the fact that I was walking so slow, and I just kept trying to push myself to walk faster. And there would be like old ladies who were on like frames, like wire frames, or they had like those shopping trolleys that they not only used to carry shopping but also used to prop themselves up. There were those old ladies who were like walking along, and I would be like mentally in my brain, I was like, okay, you have to be faster than an old lady, and I would like try racing them. It was the most fun. It was the dumbest stuff. Like, I probably fucked up my leg even more, but it was really, really fun. I really, really enjoyed it, and there's nothing you can tell me that will change that. And since then, I have told that story to so many people, and the reaction every single time is like,
you're crazy.
And my reaction to that is always, yeah, I know. I know. How much, like, you want to talk about isolation, how much of a sheltered life do you have for you to enjoy twisting your ankle? I've never heard a person express such joy as I did of twisting their ankle. Like, just never. I've never heard of that. My uncle, who I used to live with, he was an avid football player, and he's had his knee fixed so many times. Every single time it's an ordeal for him. Every single time he's in pain, every single time he's grumpy, he's scratchy, he's complaining. My entire 2 weeks in the house, he's looking at me like,
you're a fucking asshole.
Like, you're an asshole. Why are you having fun? You should be suffering. And I'm like, I'm not suffering. I'm having so much fun. Like, you gave me a stick to walk with, and I've never done this before, and it's a lot of fun. Like, I understand why it's inconvenient. Like, I can't go to work, can't make my money, but other than that, like, silver lining, I'm having the most fucking fun. Like, I'm a child. I'm crawling up and down the stairs. I'm bum shuffling. Like, I haven't bum shuffled since I was a baby. I'm constantly testing how long I can stand on my awful foot. I'm constantly testing it until I'm like, okay, it's unbearable, I can't do it anymore. I'm doing that. I'm doing that and I'm having fun. And he's just constantly, throughout those 2 weeks, he's just giving me dead-eyed, just like, you're dead to me vibes. Like, he could not... he could not look at me without that look in his eyes, but also he would be laughing because I'm ridiculous. I'm being completely ridiculous. And now, every time it gets cold in London, I know when it's gonna snow because I can feel it in my ankle. And I'm that lady now. Like, I'm an old lady who feels things in her body to predict the weather now. I'm the crazy old lady who can feel the weather in her ankle. Like, I'm magic. Like, I've achieved greatness. I know I've probably told this story 100 times before, but for those of you who don't pay attention to my live streams, you probably didn't hear that one before, and I just wanted to keep it in a video. I know this is my comedy mic, but it's also my I'm trying too hard to be funny mic, and I don't end up being funny, and everyone's like, that was a cute story, but you're not funny. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because I really, really enjoy just this feeling of entertaining and making videos and, hanging out with you guys. And it's kind of a tall order to make 1 or 2 videos a day, and I'm doing my best. Like, I'm sure you guys can tell I'm doing my best. I've uploaded at least once every day since my isolation started. So I am really, really trying, and I hope you're enjoying the content, and you feel like I'm hanging out with you. It makes you a little less lonely in isolation, because I really am beginning to really feel it. Like, I was beginning to feel it at the beginning, and I was like, yeah, I have to be mentally prepared for this. But now I'm like really feeling it. Like, I'm getting a little stir crazy, and I have to revoke my introversion card because I so desperately want to go outside, But anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed me telling you a dumb story from my past. And I really, really hope to see you join me for my videos in future. I will be on Nokasuchi's channel later today, technically tomorrow, because it's going to be at 1 a.m. here in London. But it's at 9 or 8 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, which quite endearingly David Worley says is the actual fucking standard time now. But yeah, if you want to join me for that, please do. I always love hanging out with John and Nokasuchi and the others. So if you want to come join us, come join us. If you liked this video, please do leave a like. Please remember to share my content, make someone else feel a little less lonely. If you despised this video and you don't know what you're doing here, please do smash that dislike button, leave me a hate comment down below. This is a free speech platform. We allow everybody here, we love everybody here, we're here for everybody here. And if you would like to support me in a more monetary way, it would be I always fuck this part up. If you would like to support me in a more monetary way, I would graciously appreciate it. My Patreon, my PayPal, and some merch links are down in the description below, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. in another video. If you have suggestions, if you have, you know, creators that you want me to make things with, please do tag them, tell them to @ me, tell them to DM me, like, just do your best, do your best. I'm here for indefinitely, because I don't know when this isolation is going to be over, but I want to keep doing this and see where this takes me. I would love to do this full time, as I've expressed in many videos, because this genuinely feels like something that I'm good at. Like, I'm good at talking absolute garbage and being just a fun person online. But yeah, thank you, and I will see you either in that live stream or tomorrow. So yeah, goodbye and see ya!